Hello, Penny here. Today on my garden podcast, flipping heck. Oh wow. Petals? Sepals? I don't know. And it's like someone's really thought hard about how groovy this has to look. I mean, I had some earrings like it in the 80s, to be honest. But it's a freak of bloomin' nature. Welcome, garden lovers. Okay, so a bit of light deadheading. I say light, it's not really. I've been meaning to get out here all week and just snip off the dead rose heads, the geranium, dried up heads, the gladioli, the lupin, all crying out for a bit of a haircut. And unfortunately, it's been just too hot to be bothered. I don't know if anyone else has found that. But it's like, yep, you're looking at your garden, you're thinking, there's lots of jobs to do. But it's too hot. Now, this is unheard of in the northwest of England, where normally we've got maybe a day of sunshine and then it'll cloud over and get humid and then it'll rain. And then we'll all say how good that is for the garden. And it is. But this has been 4 weeks with pretty much no rain. And it's been blue, clear sunshine every day. Glorious. It's flaming June, everyone. Flaming June. Quite extraordinary. But it gets to me sometimes. I'm a bit kind of heat oppressed. There's a job that's been crying out to be dealt with. And I've been failing it. And it's beginning to build up as a bit of personal guilt. Because every time I go past it, I think, oh, I'm not doing the best by you, am I? And it's a passiflora, a passion flower, and it's gorgeous. But it wants to grow 4 metres long. Now, the sticks that I've given it, well, they're not 4 metres long, are they? I was hoping it would do some sort of a marvellous wrapping round the stick and sort of deal with its environment in a wonderful way and start flowering. But I can tell it's feeling a little frustrated. Look at me giving it some, what's it called, a pathetic fallacy, or I bestow onto an inanimate object like a plant or a beast some human emotion. Yeah, God, it's really feeling frustrated and really hemmed in. I don't know if it is. So, yeah, lovely. Bought this passiflora at a plant show in Yorkshire at the beginning of this really hot spell. And it's awesome. It's got on it now, just this week, 2 of the flowers. Now, I hadn't come across passion flower until a couple of years ago, and a mate of mine had one which she grew on the floor. This is weird. She had it in a pot and it grew on the floor. Now, she lived in the southeast, and the heat and the temperature and also the enclosed nature of her garden, and also she doesn't have any pets, enabled it to just romp forward. So it was like this big mat of green and these wonderful flowers. So if you've not come across a passiflora yet, you look at the flowers. I'm going to attempt to describe them. It's not going to go well, I'm sure. But yeah, what we're looking at colour-wise is a cornflower blue, spiky. Oh gosh, it's not only, I said, these little fronds or fringes are coming off the centrepiece, which I'll get to in a minute, which is something altogether different. And each frond is burgundy, and then it's white, and then it's sort of purpley blue, cornflower blue. So that's just one bit of it. So it's quite jazzy at this stage already. Then there's a circle in the middle, which has, it's like it's been stitched. It's like it's been made of somebody's amazing, inventive, creative juices, where they've decided that they're going to put a nice little running stitch of black all the way around this lime circle, this I'd say a 20p piece sort of size circle, or 25 cents if you're in America, I don't know, or a euro, and then out the middle out these burgundy again, so kind of matching up and picking up on the colourway. Love that plants do that. There's this stalk that sticks out for about 1 inch with, and I'm sure there are biology terms for this that I missed at school, stamens and petals. Sepals? I don't know. I didn't do too well at biology at school. Anyway, so this little stick sticks out, inch long, and on it are pollen-laden yellow anvils almost, and then 3 different burgundy again, kind of different types. Now that might be the early budding of those yellow ones, might change in a little while. I have to keep an eye on it. But it's a freak of bloomin' nature, a passiflora flower. It's crazy. What I like about it is that it looks like it's been styled. Like it looks like someone's gone, do you know what? I love the way that the burgundy and the cornflower blue really work together and the yellow really accents it. Yeah. So like what we'll do here is we'll just fringe it, soften the edges. And it's like someone's really thought hard about how groovy this has to look. I mean, I had some earrings like it in the 80s, to be honest. Anyway, we are looking forward to a whole load of passion flower flowers, yet they're not really going to be displayed as magnificently as I would like them to be if they remain in this pot with 3... Oh, I don't know how to explain these. I don't know where to begin. My mum gave them to me when she was downsizing. And they are a loose spiral, metal thing that you put in the ground. I'd say about 4 feet long. And I think the idea is you put them in the ground and then you can grow or trail things up them without too much bother. Now I've put 3 together to make a little tripod. Anyway, it is now grown beyond that and it needs to move. So, sack truck leaning all the way back. Try not to poke my eye out. Oh, flat tyre. Oh, I'm just going to pretend I haven't seen that. Okay, this is hard work. This is harder work than I anticipated. It's basically dragging a big pot backwards up the garden. And here we are at the office in the garden. So Hunky Husband has built a new frame that has gone in front of the office, which seems a bit counterintuitive to block the view, but it's a very skinny frame. It's like a pergola, or it's like a half-assed pergola really. An arch, a square arch, so 3 bits of wood, really tall, and then across the top are sticks of wood, batons I think they're called, sticking out, over which we have at one end a wisteria. So on the other side, on the left hand side, up this post, I'm going to run the passiflora. At some point the wisteria and the passiflora will meet. Right. I've also added a little bit of complexity into this situation, as I am prone to doing, where I've put Elysium in the base of this. I'm not that all bowled over by Elysium. I wasn't sure what it was when I put the seeds in the ground. I thought I'd have a go. Bedding plants, that sort of thing. Front of border. A nice white, perky little number really. Lots of green leaves, luscious. And it's doing really nicely. But it's a bit boring. It's maybe something you'd find in a hanging basket to fill a gap. Anyway, I can't say too many bad things about it because I'm sure it does many people a great service, Elysium. But I won't be bothering again. Right, so the brilliant thing about a passiflora is that it just grabs on. So every single stalk has incredible spirally, very strong shoots that aren't ever going to do anything other than cling on. That's its job. So I'm going to hopefully transport that idea across to this one post. So I'm taking off the string, off these metal bits. Uh-oh. Okay, I actually need at this point about 4 pairs of hands. I should have come prepared. I should have come prepared with scissors, string, all sorts of scenarios that I don't actually have. This is me, I think. When I first had my daughter, Daisy, I needed to take her into hospital because she had jaundice. And she was basically a yellow baby, quite severely yellow. But when you're a new parent, you don't really notice this stuff. And the hospital hadn't seemed that bothered about it. So a week later, she's sleeping all the time and she's not feeding. And looking increasingly yellow. So it struck me that there might be a problem. So I got in the car with her dad in the in the driving seat, and I got in the passenger seat, baby in the back. He went, right, what else do we need? I went, no, that's it. I've got my handbag. He went, right. Got up the road. He went, have you got any nappies? Or any wipes? Or any stuff like that you need for babies? I was like, oh my goodness, no, I don't. I had nothing. I just had my handbag and my jacket and my baby. I hadn't anticipated anything more than that. Anyway, we drove back. Got some stuff. Right, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to lift. I've gone back in. The poles have gone back in. I've untangled a little bit more while chatting. And now I'm going to try again, just lifting these out and sliding. No. Okay, we're free. We're clear. That's... Now then, what have we got here then? Passiflora. It's like a big knot of, wow, growth. Should we see how long it is? Or it's like your vacuum cleaner wire. Yep, okay, so you have to unravel it. Oh, right, goodness me. So that's one bit of strand unravelled. That's 2 meters long. This is going to be awesome. Straightening it out on the ground now, on the lawn. Flipping heck. Oh, wow. That is a long vine. Do you know what's really funny? I knew this was a problem on the minute I got it. Oh, Joey, don't walk over it. No, leave it. No. Away. Yeah, I knew it was a problem. The minute I got it home and I looked at the label and it went 4 to 6 metres as a vine. I was like, oh no, where am I going to put that? So then, the spirally metal things, and now the post it's going into. But guess what? Hunky husband, bless him, the rescuer that he is, went to the supermarket the other day, came back with a bloody Passiflora. Another one. He said it looked a bit sorry for itself. It was on its last legs. I was like, right, okay. Oh no, where are we going to put that one? We'll have to build another frame. We'll just be one of those people. We'll just be those people who have loads of different frames in the garden. Banisters and decking and a whole medley of things on which to grow things.
Right, so.
Looks great.
Put that there.
So I've recruited hunky husband Steve to step up to the top of the frame because it's too tall for me. He's on a step and even he's struggling to reach, and the Passiflora is really long. I say it's over 6 foot long. 3 metres, getting on 4. That's incredible. And it was all scrunched up around that little tripod. And it looks awesome. It looks really, really lovely. And all those flowers are going to burst into life. Next to it is the really big japonica now. Right, I'll water that. And I really look forward to learning what it's going to do next. I might have discovered a little bit of a passion for Passiflora.